JC, honey, what are you doing here?
Honey, I was at the hospital when you called asking for this stuff. They were short-staffed and I offered to bring it to you. Then they told me you were at the Crane Mansion. Come on, honey, what's the deal? What made you want to set foot in this godforsaken place again?
Well, Ivy is in terrible pain and I'm her doctor. I had to come.
Baby, I admire your dedication, but don't you hate it here? I mean, I sure as hell do.
Oh, I try not to think about it.
Well, I can't help it after what Julian did to me.
TC, don't get yourself worked up. Now, Sam is here, and he's taking statements from everybody about where they were the night of Julian's murder.
Well, Julian got what he deserved. Even with him being gone, this house still has evil in it. It's just like it was in the past. Anybody who gets involved with anyone from this family, their life will be torn apart.
Ivy, how can you be in such horrible pain and still be so driven to tear Sam and Grace apart?
I am driven by my love for Sam because I know in my heart of hearts that we belong together. And the only way that that is going to happen is for Grace to be out of the picture.
Sam, I'm worried about Ivy. It seems like she's really suffering.
You know, I had no idea she was in so much pain. You know, no one did. I mean, Ivy lied to everyone. Had different doctors write her multiple prescriptions for her pain medication.
Well, I'm just sorry that I let another premonition make me suspicious of you and Ivy.
There's no need to apologize. I understand your feelings. I mean, Ivy's been hovering around the edges of our life for a long time.
I wonder if Ivy is using her pain to get Sam back. Maybe that's why Grace had a premonition. Look, Sam, something's wrong, something that you're not telling me. I mean, I sensed it when we were upstairs.
You're right. Something is bothering me, and it has to do with Ivy.
Ooh, this is starting to get good. Honey, I know you hate being in the Crane Mansion. I hate being here too, but Sam called me and asked me to treat Ivy. I can't say no. Besides, Julian's dead and he's never coming back.
Julian ruined my chances at pro tennis. My father died of a broken heart because of it. Who knows what else he and his stinking family have taken from other people in this town?
All these years I have lived with the pain of thinking that my baby was dead. And he's not. He's alive. You took him from me, Julian. You stole my baby. Believe me, TC, I have as many reasons to hate Julian and his family as you do. He took something from me, too.
What, Eve? What did the Cranes take from you?
You should stop thinking about Sam and start trying to focus on getting better.
Getting Sam back is the only thing I want. His love will help me recover. And if you don't help me, David, I will destroy you. I swear it. I want Sam back, no matter what the cost.
You're right, Grace. Something's wrong, and it has to do with Ivy.
Details. Details.
I'm afraid I've been keeping something from you. Something I feel incredibly guilty about.
So the Bennett marriage isn't perfect after all. Ooh, and it's all because of Ivy. Sam, what are you keeping from me?
That I feel guilty about Ivy's injuries. I mean, she was trying to help me fix the signal beacon when she was struck by lightning and fell. I feel responsible.
Oh, Sam, you couldn't have possibly known what was going to happen out there. Ivy probably wore metallic undies, just hoping she'd get zapped so Sam would feel sorry for her. Sam, I am sure that you did everything you could to keep Ivy safe while you're fixing the beacon light. And what happened to her, you had nothing to do with it. You shouldn't feel guilty. Sweetie, You are the most wonderful man in the world, and I love you.
Ugh, all this talk about love. Ugh, it's getting a little too icky for me.
Rebecca. Rebecca. What are you doing?
What, Eve? What have the Cranes taken from you?
We're married, TC, and if they've taken something from you, they've taken something from me.
Oh, honey, forgive me for being suspicious of you having a past with the Cranes. I mean, how crazy is that?
It's okay, sweetheart. I mean, what with Julian's murder and everything, it's just a tense time for both of us.
What do you mean?
Well, both of us thought that Julian had it coming. Both of us are glad that he's dead. And yet, here we are, both of us in his house again.
Well, I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yes, honey, and we will, as soon as I get a good read on Ivy's condition, see how much pain she's really in.
Well, whatever pain she's in, I'm sure she deserves it. For all the things that she's done. I mean, it's like that what goes around comes around karma, you know what I mean?
Honey, I'm not sure that that's fair. You know, Ivy was hurt trying to help Sam fix that signal beacon when the kids were trapped out on Warlock Island during the hurricane. I mean, it's probable that she helped save Simone's life.
No, sweetheart, she was trying to impress Sam. She doesn't give a damn about anyone. I mean, who knows, she could be trying to go after Sam again.
I thought of that. And after everything that she did to try and get Sam in the past, I wouldn't put anything past her, but her pain is real, and she does seem to have given up on Sam.
You and your son can't leave Harmony. Not until Sam is mine again. Oh.
I think you're gonna be dead soon, Ivy. Then you won't be able to stop me doing anything.
Is that what you think, David? Well, think again. Open that drawer, take a look.
Why did you get this?
Don't worry about that, David. Worry about what your son is going to think when he sees that picture.
Rebecca, what are you doing listening to our conversation?
Oh, I wasn't listening. Heavens, no, I was just passing through. I was passing through, and I saw you talking to Grace, and, well, I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, now that you're here, I need to ask you about Julian. I would have done it earlier, but I got sidetracked when Ivy was suddenly overcome with pain.
Oh, is Ivy really in pain?
Well, apparently she has been since the accident.
She managed to hide it up till now.
Oh, well, Ivy and I have had our, issues. But we both hate Teresa, and we both want Ethan and Gwen to be together, so I hope she feels better soon.
Yes, well, we hope she feels better soon also.
Now, about those questions.
Oh, really, it's so late, and, you know, I am so tired.
But it won't take long. Big question first. Do you have a gun, and did you have it with you the night Julian was murdered?
Julian, you cockroach. Where are you? Oh, you slept with that little tramp, and now I have nothing. You're not gonna get away with it. No, I don't own a gun. Oh, and I certainly didn't have one when Julian was killed. In fact, well, I wouldn't even know what, you know, button you pushed to make it fire.
You don't push the button. You pull the trigger.
Oh. Well, you don't say. Besides the thought of some fiend shooting my Pookie, oh, it's so upsetting. I mean, I really thought that Julian and I were going to have a long, wonderful life together.
Even though he married Teresa and got her pregnant?
Well, nobody's
perfect. Besides, you knocked up Ivy on her wedding night, and Grace still forgave you.
That has nothing to do with Julian's murder.
Oh. Julian's murder. My Pookie's dead. He's really dead.
You know, Sam, maybe we should give Rebecca a moment to compose herself.
Thank you, Grace. Oh, you have such a sweet soul. And I mean, in spite of all his flaws, oh, I still miss my Pookie so much.
How can you live with yourself and the malicious evil that you're perpetrating?
One thing I learned during all my years as a crane is that the end does justify the means. On second thought, you better put those back where you found them. I wouldn't want them lying around. Not because it might embarrass you, but because if somebody saw them, they might realize that I'm using you to tear apart Sam and Grace.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Well, that is the one threat to my plan succeeding. If someone were to find out what I was doing. Otherwise, I'm sure that Sam and Grace's relationship will be destroyed. As long as no one discovers our connection.
Well, I think Ivy being struck by lightning is divine intervention. It's God's way of weeding out a source of evil.
Honey, I know you are angry with anything or anyone that has anything to do with the Cranes. And so am I, but I have to take care of Ivy. So once I hook up those monitors and I run a few tests, I can better read what kind of pain she's in.
Well, baby, I'm sorry. I just don't trust her. I think she's faking it.
Well, if she is, these tests will expose her.
I can't do this, Ivy. I cannot ruin innocent people's lives so that you can work your wiles on Sam.
Damn it, David, for the last time. If you don't do as I say, you will destroy an innocent life. Your son, John's, when he sees you, his sainted father, for the man you really are.
Just hang in there a little while longer, honey. I'll run these tests on Ivy, and then we'll go home.
I just hope I never have to come back to this evil place ever again.
You put yourself in this position, David. I didn't.
Yeah, but you're the only person who would ever take advantage of something like this.
What could David and Ivy be arguing about?
There's only one way to find out.
Sam and Grace don't deserve what you're using me to do to them.
And I didn't deserve to be tricked into a loveless marriage for over 20 years.
You know, as trite as it may sound, it is true. Two wrongs do not make a right. I'm taking John and I'm leaving Harmony.
Damn it, David. You will stay here and you will do exactly as I say, or I will destroy you. Do you understand that? Eve and TC, how long have you been there?
Oh, I could never kill Julian. I loved him too much. I mean, in spite of his flaws, he was my life, my Pookie.
Look, it's late, so we'll stop now. But I may have to question you later.
Then I'll make myself available whenever you want to speak to me. Right now I need to get an aspirin for this headache. I mean, it was so upsetting earlier when Teresa made those wild accusations that Ivy and I actually had something to do with Julian's death. I mean, it is as outrageous as it is ridiculous.